Hey, what's up, my units? I am back here with another video. I'm here with Nathan,
I'm
Tristan,
back, baby.
and
Yo,
Asia.
yo,
Yeah, and this is Shot
yo.
Clock Talks. If you watched the last episode, we changed the whole premise. Instead of doing episodes and having a set time limit, we're just gonna treat it like a regular podcast. And Nathan is back. We had it in prayers last episode, so I'm glad to see him back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, we clapping up. Yes, sir.
Be grinding out here, baby.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
mental health been better. I'm back to making videos. So
Yeah. Nathan,
That's just
you got
that's
something to
just
tell the YouTube real quick, or?
I mean, again, I'll give an update more about my mental health on my main channel. So go check that out. I'll have some stuff to plug at the end of the podcast. I don't want to plug it now, because got to get that viewer retention at the start. I don't want to take up too much time plugging my stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll do it at the end. But again, I'm back to making videos. We're still, we're not still at the output that I used to be at. We're still taking it slow, but at least we're not full on pause anymore. So,
Just remember, guys, all these creators, their videos and their YouTube channels is in the description. Please check it out. I'm gonna be posting this on my Instagram. I'm gonna be making shorts on it, reels, because they gave me their time, and that's the best thing. I have to appreciate that. I gotta do and on my part, but guys, yeah, check them out. They're amazing people. And let's start this video. Obviously, first thing I want to talk about, NBA free agency, how crazy it's been, how everything kind of shift. I just want to ask y'all, who do you think is the biggest winner this NBA free agency?
I can tell you who the biggest loser is, but y'all go ahead.
Okay.
Biggest loser, the Lakers. They turning into the new Pat Riley meme, bro. Pat Riley fell asleep. Rob Pelinka fell asleep. What's the deal, bro?
Oh, Lord.
I ain't gonna lie.
I can see why you saying that.
The Hawks, though, I ain't gonna lie. The Hawks made some solid moves. The Hawks, I'm gonna say the Hawks.
Okay, you gonna say the Hawks, Tristan? What about your team? I mean, not your team, but like, what team you think is the biggest?
I just paid attention like not too long ago, but I'm gonna say the Knicks. The Knicks have been adding. They added Jordan Clarkson.
Okay.
The bench is gonna be better for the East next year.
And they got Mike Brown.
We just got Luke Kennett.
Yeah, we just got Luke Kennett. Yeah,
and they just got Mike Brown.
Barnett. Yeah. We got depth at the depth at the 5 now, which is something we really needed. Because I mean, anytime Wemby's injured, we have like no front court. So I mean,
literally.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about the Denver Nuggets? Because to me, I feel like they answered so much this free agency, and they're coming back with vengeance. They realize they got the best player in the world. How about we actually help them? You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feel about that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy they got rid of Michael Porter Jr. No, he's like, I don't know how to describe him. He's like inconsistent, but when he shows up, he does show up.
Wait,
but
hold on, guys. Hold on. Is there?
And he really shows up when he shows up.
Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can
that
you
was
move?
a big.
Tristan lagging for me. So what you say, CJ?
No, I was saying, can you move? Because I think Agent Tristan, they're frozen.
Can I move?
Yeah. I'm saying, like, can you move your?
What's good?
Yeah, but I'm saying Agent and Tristan, they're.
They're moving for me, but Tristan was lagging. But for the Nuggets, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna take a step back on the Nuggets. Okay. All I know is that they got rid of MPJ. I don't know what other moves they got.
Okay.
So I want to stay humble and not talk out of my ass. I don't want to talk about what moves they made when I don't know what moves they made besides getting rid of MPJ. So I don't want to talk on it if I'm not knowledgeable on it.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay.
I was too concerned with AD to the Rockets because I didn't watch the video. I just saw the title, CJ.
Yeah.
Because I've been busy. but I saw you posted a video that said if Spurs get KD, it means championships. Yeah. And I wholeheartedly disagreed, dog. I was praying that the Spurs didn't. I was praying the Spurs did not get KD. And once he went to the Rockets, I was like, fuck yes, we did not do some dumb shit to get KD. And that's exactly what the Rockets did. They traded away. My buddy is, when I first started the podcast, my OG co-host, like to the level that CJ's at. CJ's like the guy I collab with the most. This guy was like legit my co-host, is a Rockets fan. And so I talked to him like on the daily about stuff. And he was talking about like they got KD on a good deal because they wanted to get rid of Jalen Green. Anyway, they got rid of Dylan Brooks. But to me, I was like, KD's out of his prime. He's fucking. To me, I was like, I would not want this 36 freaking year old bum on my team, bro.
Whoa. Bum is crazy. Whoa. He just got off a season averaging 27, basically.
Bum is crazy.
Bum is crazy. Whoa.
I mean, yes, he's an all-star. But I would not be surprised if he retires in like the next 2 years, bro. I was like, I ain't trading away our future
that, but you can't call KD a bum. Whoa.
I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating for
KD. No, we can't. Never sleep on KD. Never sleep on KD.
Yeah, facts. Like, wait, hold on. That was kind of crazy.
My point is, he is not in his prime. My point is, he is not. If people acting like this trade is for 2016 KD. We got to realize we're 9 years removed from Warriors KD. So, yeah.
I mean, I still view him. I view KD as a threat. I feel like he changed his game with Phoenix trying to fit in with Mike Budenholzer. Like, KD is still KD. I feel like if you do surround the right pieces around him, he can produce you enough to at least give you a sense of a championship. That's how I view KD.
Yeah. But I am happy that he didn't
I agree with you, CJ.
Yeah,
I agree. But I'm happy he didn't go to the Spurs because I told you, I was like, if he goes to the Spurs are gonna have to gut their whole roster. Like they're gonna
We've been taking all this time rebuilding. We'd have to cut all that, bro. We'd have to get rid of Vassell. We'd have to get rid of Castle. Like we'd have to get rid of a lot.
All right, yeah.
And I was like, I ain't
getting rid of Castle was gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I already said that. Like once I saw that report that's saying they want Castle, like y'all asking for too much for a 35-year-old
players and 2 picks or something, and. Like my reaction was like, "You're high," and I'm glad Brian Wright thought the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, they wanted too much for.
Yeah, all right. Let's talk about some free agency signings. Actually, free agency signings. DeAndre Ayton is a Laker. Is that scary, y'all, or is that giving you?
No, we needed a center.
The Lakers finally got a center, bro.
That's why I'm so happy.
They finally have a center, but
it ain't the best center, but it's a center. It's better than nothing.
Wait, no DeAndre Ayton hate.
No, it's not AD. It's not no superstar quality.
This guy got freaking posterized on by Giannis in the finals. All right.
I mean, it's Giannis. Nobody's guarding Giannis.
He's a center acting like he's got the height of a small forward. He is not using his height as a center to his advantage in any game.
And he doesn't get back on defense.
Exactly. He's a center. So I don't know if I play center, dog. You may as well have just gotten another power forward. Like,
I feel like honestly, you got Luka. He's a good passer. I think he's gonna make DeAndre Ayton look good.
What happened to Luka in the playoffs, though? Y'all saying Luka LeBron? It's over. Look what happened. First round elimination.
Luka was fighting injuries.
All right. We gotta bring up Austin Reeves. How he was just getting cooked on defense 24/7. All right,
exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
It was all Luka.
That's what I'm saying. This move maybe brought y'all from a first round to a second round. Y'all ain't going to conference finals yet still.
Okay, this is what I think.
Okay.
Honestly, DeAndre Ayton, to me, I seen him play in Phoenix. Like, I saw him when he first got with the Suns. That was his original team. DeAndre Ayton, I feel like it was never his, like, it was his work ethic. It's like he doesn't want to play, and I get it. You play for the Portland Trail Blazers. I mean, who would want to play for them? Respectfully, for any Portland Trail Blazers, and then you went to the Phoenix Suns, and this was before the Phoenix.
And I just made myself look stupid on this thing. Oh my god.
Good.
I want to talk about the Bulls though, bro, because the Bulls, like, I need to make a whole documentary video on them, just like I have with the Wizards and the Pistons.
Yeah.
About how you go from Michael Jordan to irrelevant, and it's because they be making the most terrible moves, bro. It's like I saw this one TikTok that was funny that it said, have you seen that Family Guy clip where it's like, would you like a boat or a mystery box? And Peter's like, anything could be in a mystery box, even a boat. And Lois Griffin's like, then why not just take the boat? And he still takes the mystery box. It's like, and someone put the Bulls logo over Peter, and I think that's perfect, bro. It's like they be taking the most random ass gamble trades and deals for no reason. And I honestly, like, not to go on a tangent, but like I've complained about the Kings as well, because the Kings were like, hey, the Bulls team didn't work, but let's recreate it and see if it works.
Yeah.
The Kings just recreated the Bulls, and so I have a problem with them too. And now they're talking about blowing up the Kings, and I was like, you shouldn't have even created it in the first place to blow it up. Y'all had a good team with De'Aaron Fox and everybody, and then you fucking fired your coach and did all this other shit. But that's in past episode. Y'all can go watch that.
Yeah. We're very famous. Well, not famous, but we're heavily disliked by the Sacramento Kings community, for sure.
The Kings have a community?
People we was dissing them all last year, and we just
I loved them during the Light the Beam era, and now they're not gonna light the beam for another 10 years. So
the Kings went 6 games with the Warriors last year or 2 years ago.
But 2 years in a row, we was like Kings and Clippers. We was like, y'all have a little streak here and there, but y'all not gonna do anything. And unfortunately, they hate then, but never come back later.
Speaking of Clippers, though, we can bring it back to free agency, because I know we go on tangents a lot. Did y'all see Chris Paul might relive his Lob City days and go back to the Clippers with Kawhi?
Yeah, I've been hearing about that.
I honestly, I would like that if that was his farewell tour. Like, even as a Spurs fan, like, let him go have some fun, man. He ain't get a ring. Like, let him just go have fun in LA for one last time and then hang it up.
Yeah. Hey, Tristan, what team you got in mind?
I was going to talk about the Hawks. I'm really impressed about the Hawks moves this free agent.
Okay.
Even the draft picks they have made.
Okay.
They're really doing good.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the East is so wide open. The Hawks are gonna be looking way better than that they really are. I feel like there are going to be 3 definite teams that's going to be like championship worthy in the East. I don't feel like the Hawks are still there yet. There's a lot of still more problems shown to the team, especially this is going to be their first year, them all playing together. And, championship basketball, it takes more time. And Kristaps Porzingis is an injury prone. I know Asia, I know you got something about it, bro. What you got about it, bro?
The Hawks, let me tell you. Trae Young, honestly, my household loves the Hawks. Like, they love the Hawks.
Yeah.
I think Trae Young should leave the Hawks. But I'm happy he does have a good center, because Hawks fans were telling me how they got Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
I still think they think this is the Kristaps Porzingis in the New York Knicks days. It's not. He's just too injury prone for me. And for this team to be good, they made some good signings. Everybody has to be healthy, including their center. Kristaps Porzingis has to be healthy. But I can't see the Hawks making a run. I can see the Hawks making a run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up the Hawks again, because as much as I hate the KD signing, I'm glad that the Rockets got Clint Capella back, because he got history with that team. He was a monster on the team that had Harden in it. That was my go-to team in 2K19. Is I would just play power forward and I would dish it out to Harden or Clint Capella for a lob, and then my team had 140. So
I feel
that's if they can coach up a man to be a decent point guard.
Yeah.
That's another really good small
Very
and big connection, just like Harden and Capella used to be.
Yeah.
And then as for the Hawks, again, I'm just glad they made moves in general, because there's sort of a frenemy relationship with the Bucks and the Hawks because like we faced each other in our championship run.
Yeah.
And nobody thought that they like deserved to be in that, like facing us in that run.
Yeah.
And then they got injured and stuff. And then ever since then they've been like play-in teams. So I kind of am excited for them to come back to like relevancy and everything, especially because I mean, for them to break the streak would be crazy because I did a whole video on the science behind how they have like somehow been historically a 500 team for their entire history. So for them to like, if they were to come back, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, I'm just saying it would be fun to see hypothetically. If they were to come back and somehow get to like the second round or even the conference finals, people would be like almost as hype as like the Kings freaking fans would be if they made it that far, or like these other teams that have had like crazy long droughts.
Yeah.
Because again, they have just had this streak of like being a perfect 50% team their entire history. They'll go to the conference finals or the finals one year, and then they'll have like 20 wins the next year. It's crazy.
Yeah. Tristan, how do you feel Clint Capella being a Rocket? Tell me your insights about the Hawks. I don't know. Maybe I talked over you. My fault. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah.
Oh no, you good.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, what was their insights?
The Hawks they're able to get better next season. I believe they making the moves. They're making the right moves, I believe, right now.
Yeah.
Trae Young, they're trying to work with him the next few years, but this is their chance right now to make a difference.
Yeah.
From where they were last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
They could have had all those picks too, but those went to the Spurs. I'm just saying.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. All right. This is gonna be last things. Let's talk about the Celtics. Obviously they don't own their picks for how long, right? And on top of that, they been getting rid of Kristaps. They got rid of Kristaps. They're trying to move Anthony Simons. They got rid of Drew Holiday.
Huge mistake.
Huge mistake. Yeah. I agree with that too. Do you think the Celtics are more worried about saving money or about their draft picks? Because obviously the new owner, he just bought the team. What's the name? Jason Tatum. He's out for next season. Like, what? I want y'all to give me y'all insights on what is the Celtics are doing the right choice of prioritizing of getting all these getting some draft capital back, saving money, versus actually trying to compete and try to, because I feel like the East is still wide open, and if they just retool it to the right thing, they can probably get back if Jason Tatum come back, and that's such a huge possibility if he comes back at the end of next season. So I was just gonna ask you, how do y'all feel about that?
I think
I've been talking a lot, so I'll let these two go for a while before I get back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go first right quick. Well, I think money was always the problem with the Boston Celtics organization.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope they would have more championships than the whole NBA if they would just focus on their star players rather than trying to rebuild everything and trying to like jump into the big time trades and everything.
Yeah.
They trade too many of their superstars and let go their superstars. They don't build their team.
Yeah. Asia, how you feel?
I feel for the Boston Celtics, honestly, when the Jason Tatum injury happened, I think they panicked like a lot.
Okay.
I don't think they should have. I think everything should have stayed the same because their team, even without Jason Tatum, they still could have made a run in the East. Like, you still had Jaylen Brown, like Kristaps Porzingis, you had Drew Holiday, like you had good pieces around you. I felt like they moved entirely too fast and just rushed the process. You was even hearing rumors about them trying to get rid of like Derek White and Jaylen Brown at one point in time. Like, okay, you do that, and then what happens? Jason Tatum and who else?
Yeah, Derek White has been saving them in a lot of NBA playoff series. So
I just feel like the Boston Celtics are moving entirely too fast. Like, they're just panicking. Like, I was scared they was going to trade Jason Tatum because they have kind of like a history of like when their players get injured, it's kind of like, yeah, you're wraps.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like Boston would just move entirely too fast. Like, a lot of their decisions I feel were emotional or attached compared to like logic. Because I feel like without Jason Tatum, y'all let me know. You think they could still make a good run in the East, like how it is now?
Nah. I think.
No, I'm not saying they're going. I'm not saying they could go to like the Eastern Conference Finals, but I think they could make a push in the playoffs.
I feel like they could take a team to 6.
Boston Celtics made the conference finals. They always had a great point guard, and they just let go of their great point guard in Jrue Holiday.
That is true.
Yeah.
So, I don't even think Jrue Holiday.
If the Boston Celtics want to get back, the Boston Celtics want to get back in the conversation of NBA Finals, they're gonna have to sign a really good guard.
Yeah, Nathan, what you think, man?
All right, so I was letting them two go because I feel like I got kind of like a lot to talk about with the Celtics, and I didn't want to like monopolize the time.
Okay.
But I agree with what Angel said. They like kind of panicked too much. And especially with the trend that I predict the NBA is going to go forward with.
Okay.
Because the Celtics previously, like, the way that they won was they, again, followed the NBA trend, which is go all in on offense. And, of course, a lot of people complained about that, but in the end, it helped them win, where they just all shooters. Let's just drain three-pointers and, you know, we'll be an all offensive team. They essentially tried to do what the Brooklyn Nets tried to do, and the Brooklyn Nets failed at, which is go all offense, have no defense, and just try and outscore as much as you can.
Yeah.
With the moves that they made, they got rid of Porzingis, they got rid of Jrue Holiday, and I think that that's going to hurt them more than they realize. Because especially with Jrue Holiday, they're making the same mistake that the Bucks made, which the Bucks I had a really big problem with when they traded Jrue Holiday, because I said that defense and Jrue Holiday is what won them their championship.
Yeah.
And I think with especially OKC winning this recent championship, it's going to help shift the NBA dynamic back to where it was 10-ish years ago, which is defense wins championships, and teams are going to want more defensive teams, and they just traded away two of their really good defensive players of Jrue Holiday and then Porzingis at a big spot in the front court. And I feel like with them trading Jrue Holiday for, I believe it was another younger guard, it seems like they're going even more all in on what they previously had, which is full offense. And they're going to try and basically become what the Pacers were against OKC, which is a really good team-built offense versus a really good team-built defense.
Yeah.
And I really think that with the perspective that, or the thought going in that OKC is potentially going to be a dynasty, which is why I personally, and I feel like a lot of people were cheering for the Pacers, because we knew OKC was going to be back, but Pacers may not be back. With OKC, if they continue to win, which I predict they probably will, it's going to further push that narrative back to the forefront that defense will win championships, and the Celtics won't have any. And I think that, again, with Jason Tatum getting injured, they were kind of seeing like, how can we put a team together without Tatum? But the thing is again, they have Jaylen Brown still, and I know there was a lot of controversy around this, but at the end of the day, Jaylen Brown won the MVP, the Finals MVP over Jason Tatum. And I know a lot of people said Tatum deserved it, but on paper, Jaylen Brown is your Finals MVP. So even with Jason Tatum out, you have Jaylen Brown there. And then Derek White, is an amazing player. I mean, I loved him on the Spurs, and he's doing phenomenal on the Celtics, being their another one of their 3-point guys, as I just said. And again, putting them potentially up for trade is just crazy because it seems like they're fully in like blow up the team mode almost.
Yeah.
And it's like you just had a championship a few years ago. So I do think that what they're trying to do with these trades is try and save some money, as CJ pointed out, because they do have a lot of stars from their championship team that now they're having to pay like apron taxes or luxury taxes, things like that on. And so I do think they are trying to save money a little bit, but I do think that they kind of went too far with it, blew the team up too much. They should have kept more key components of their championship team because, I mean, OKC is doing it right now. Like, OKC, they just won a championship and they're about to be in second apron, but nobody's complaining about them blowing up the team because the only few players that they're going to lose is Hartenstein. And everybody was saying that what they did in the draft, they just drafted Hartenstein's replacement and he's going to come in with a rookie contract.
Yeah.
So that's their way of saving money without blowing up the whole team, is that they have all these picks saved up so that they can let a player go and then just draft the replacement and develop the rookie and just keep this going.
Yeah. All right, so this is my last thing.
OKC developed their team very well.
They do.
Yeah.
They got this one shooter that used to work for the Spurs, and they've been lights out ever since, man. I think
Don't forget Sam Presti, GM, worked with the Spurs as well. So the whole putting that team together in the first place.
Yeah. This is my last question for y'all. Then, we can end it. Miles Turner is a Buck. This is the take I really wanted to say. Obviously, the Pacers been trying to trade Miles Turner this whole 10 years of his career, and now he finally just went and left because the Pacers was lowballing him, and he wanted to get paid more than Naz Reid. This is what I've been seeing, but have been reported. He wanted more money, and the Bucks decided, hey, we're gonna give you more money. Just come to us. The Pacers beat him twice. In the last 2-year playoffs, and Miles Turner has been that factor. I think before we started this video, we were saying you were saying that he was a replacement for Brook Lopez, but obviously Miles Turner, he actually can move his feet. He's not slow as Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez, he's slow. I think that's really what's just getting to him. But Miles Turner, he's younger. He has fresh legs. So obviously the Bucks just got better, but how do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I think the Bucks picked him because of the comparisons of Bobby Portis. I just feel like Bobby Portis and Miles Turner, they play alike. So I think they trying to fill that in for Giannis' help, but I think Giannis is ready to go. He's ready to.
I don't think Giannis is ready to go. Yeah. And I can talk more on that, but I don't want to drag the episode out too long. But I will agree that, like, again, bringing up the 2021 championship, I talked a lot about the whole reason, or not the whole reason, but a big reason why we won the championship was because Giannis got injured and the team had to step up. And a huge part of that was Bobby Portis was put in the starting lineup. And Bobby Portis was a fucking demon, bro. Just during that championship run. And so 10 and 10. And after the championship run, they were talking about debating whether to re-sign him or not. And I said, like, y'all better re-sign Bobby Portis, man, because he is a massive reason why y'all won. He adds depth in the bench for that front court. And Brook Lopez really wasn't good at he was managing. But he wasn't really like the person you want at the 5 during that time. So I feel like if I keep saying we, my bad. I know some people hate that. They're like, you don't play on the team, but it's habit. But I do think that, like, having Miles Turner at the 5 and then Giannis at the 4, and then we have Bobby Portis again as like the 6 man. I really do think that's a powerful lineup to have because it's definitely better than Brooke Lopez. And again, like Tristan said, it's like Bobby Portis plus. We got the premium, the like you know how you sign up for subscription plans. You got the silver package, the gold package, the platinum package. We got like Bobby Portis Gold Edition.
Okay. Asia, how you feel about
we
it?
waived
Lopez is old.
My bad.
Lopez is old. Let's face
Yeah, he's old.
Lopez
He's
is
old.
old.
Asia, how you feel about it? Because obviously you're a Lakers fan and you wanted Brooke Lopez on your team, and he went to the Clippers. And
Yeah, it was a few centers I wanted before DeAndre Ayton and Brooke Lopez. I really wanted Clint Capella, but you know we got DeAndre Ayton. But I feel like honestly, Miles Turner's to the Bucks is kind of like it would be cool if Damian Lillard was like still healthy and things like that. But since he's not on the team, what does that do for y'all? You have Miles Turner and Giannis. Like it's kind of just like I don't know what direction the Bucks are going. Like I can't really tell y'all. Like I don't know what they got rid of Drew Holiday. It's like I don't know what they're doing. Like
the problem with the Bucks is that they're finding solutions like 2 years too late than what they should. And so by the time they find a solution to an old problem, they have a new problem. So like the old problem was they needed a better big with Giannis.
yeah,
And so it's like and we had decent guards of like Middleton and Drew Holiday.
yeah,
Or decent small players, I should say, because I think Middleton is like more small forward now. But they had like decent shooters, I should say, but they needed a better big man. But so they've solved that, where now they have a big man, but now they have they have a new problem that they didn't have before, which is now they need more guards.
yeah.
And so I feel like in 2 years they're gonna get a good guard. But then they're going to have no bigs again. It's like they need to find that balance of fixing like both problems and having a solid 5 across the board. And I brought it up like in one sentence before Angel went because I had to slip it in just right at the end there. But I'm glad that we waived Dame. I know a lot of people were complaining about that because they're saying like we feel like we kind of fucked him over because he left Portland after so long to finally join the Bucks. And then like we immediately dump him. But he's a 35-year-old on an Achilles injury. Like nothing was coming out of that. And he was up for like a super massive extension if we were to sign him. So we were like the Bucks were not going to re-sign him being in his mid-30s coming off like a potentially career-ending injury. So as Angel said, we now have that void in the guard spot or shooting spot that needs to be filled. But I'm glad that we at least got some more depth at the front court. But now we have no back court, so we got to fix that. So that's again why I had so much problem with them trading Drew Holiday. But the past is the past. So
do y'all wait? I have a
see
question.
the Spurs signing Damian.
I mean, we got too many guards for. I'm not gonna
we
lie.
got too many guards. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we got too many guards. We got Castle, Fox, Harper.
We got Harper now too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And why not
have Fox and Damian Lillard?
Because Damian Lillard, again, he adds nothing for us, in my opinion. Like I would have loved like Dame time Lillard, like, but he's injured, bro, and he's getting old. So, but I made a joke to my friend the other day though that I keep forgetting Carter's first name, bro. So like I keep calling him Bryant, not Kobe, because that's the only way I can refer to him. Because like I keep forgetting his first name is Carter, but I remember his last name is Bryant, so I just say Bryant, but not Kobe.
He do got like 2 last names as a first name. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Do the Bucks have a point guard? Like who's the Bucks like
Kevin
point
Porter
guard? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but like, why is nobody talking about Lonzo Ball though? Do y'all feel like I know does Lonzo Ball help Cleveland?
Yeah,
well, I brought up the Bulls and stuff.
No.
But
yeah, the Cavs.
problem is Lonzo got to stay healthy. That's our argument with like half of these signings is like Porzingis got to stay healthy. Lonzo got to stay healthy. XYZ got to stay healthy. like that's been a whole debate after all the ACL tears this last postseason. Is like injuries are way more prevalent in the NBA lately. Yeah. But everybody's just got to stay healthy, and it all depends on their health. If Lonzo stays healthy, it definitely helps Cleveland. If Lonzo doesn't stay healthy like he has been, then I think that this might be one of the rare instances where the Bulls actually had like a leg up in the trade.
Yeah.
Because that essentially means if Lonzo doesn't stay healthy, then they got Okoro for free. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, Okoro's not. He can't shoot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the Bulls, they're gonna move on from Okoro in probably like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, for free, if Lonzo don't stay healthy, free, you can't beat that price.
Yeah.
No matter what you get.
It was a player for player trade too, right?
Yeah, it was a straight move. It was Lonzo for Okoro. So that's what I'm saying. If Lonzo doesn't play, then you essentially got Okoro for like someone sitting on the bench.
Well, I mean, the Cavs, I feel like since they're more limiting on people, they obviously just didn't want to take that L on drafting Isaac Okoro. I was saying he was the main factor, like Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey, he's not a bad basketball player. Josh Giddey, we all know what Josh Giddey does, but Isaac Okoro, I feel like he essentially was their Josh Giddey, but he's gonna be on another team and he's not gonna replicate what Josh Giddey is doing. That's what I'm saying.
I just noticed I just heard what you just said.
Like he's like I'm just saying like he's holding him back, but I'm not saying like as a player he's on the same level as Josh Giddey. But
every team got to have one. Spurs had
like
Primo,
like Will Barton for the
Thunder
Nuggets.
Had Giddey.
You know what I'm saying? Like Will Barton for the Nuggets. You know they trade Will Barton and you know that was their X factor and they just started winning again. You know what I'm saying?
I know that CJ was trying to end the episode, but I just want to say like one more thing and get y'all's thoughts real quick. It's not going to turn into like a big conversation. Okay. So that's why I'm just saying it like real quick.
Okay.
But it's more of like a meme thing. What do y'all think about somebody tweeted out the fact that after this free agency, Dennis Schroeder has now played for a third of the league. He's played for 10 out of 30 teams.
That's amazing. Right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Someone said
he's still in the NBA.
Yeah. Someone said at this point he should just go for all 30 and get a jersey from each team so that whenever he has a trophy room in his living room, it's just every team.
Yeah. He's a good backup point guard. Like the Lakers had him. I forgot. I don't know if we tried to offer him like a good deal, but he ended up declining. But ever since he declined that deal he got, he's kind of been like on the move. You feel me?
But he's always solid.
It's also because of the comments he made too. Like nobody wants him because of PR, but.
Yeah, but he's a solid player though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very solid. Like
I don't know what he's on the Kings now.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. But he played on the Pistons. He played on the Warriors. He played on the Lakers. He played on the Nets. He played on fucking
the Hawks.
Yeah.
Right.
But
he done been everywhere.
Yeah, but yeah, guys. Thank y'all for coming. We got a good little 40 minutes in here. Everybody, their YouTube channel is going to be in the description below. Check these guys out. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got anything to say? Especially
I got some stuff to plug.
What?
I was just gonna say once again, I'm back. So go check out my channel. I need to grow my Insta following like CJ. So follow me on Instagram as well. Merch. I got some deals since it's getting into the summer months. On shirts, I always drop a discount code in my podcast episodes, but since again this is like my first return back on Shot Clock Talks, I'll drop it in this episode too. Discount code 20% off. It's gonna be comeback. So COMEBACK, 20% off your order over at nathanbutt.net. Also, CJ gave me permission to plug my indie game. So I am making an indie video game as well. So y'all can go check that out at sojgaming.store. So y'all can go learn information about the game there and get some stuff there to support the game. I got these plushies on pre-order if y'all want to get those, all that good stuff. But that's my plug. So go check out the indie game, check out my channel, all that good stuff. I appreciate CJ giving me the opportunity to say all that. So
yeah. Asia, Tristan, you got something?
Yeah, go check out Nathan's channel. Go check out my channel.
Yeah.
Check out everyone's channel. Stay tuned. We gonna just lock in and give you the different perspective. Dang. Wow. But
yeah.
Y'all check everybody's channel.
You know what I'm saying? Just everybody's channel. Stay locked in.
Yeah.
And
y'all stay locked in. Support everybody's channels. Y'all already know what I say. Lakers in 6. You feel me?
Lakers in 6.
Yeah. Lakers in 6.
Okay.
Timberwolves, let's go.
All right, guys. Thank y'all. We're gonna be out. Peace.